guys, H-harnessHobo here. Today, I'm going to be talking about hats. More specifically, what are some good considerations for hats for your militia kit? I'm going to get right into it and start off with the good old ball cap. Now, the ball cap is pretty simple. It's straightforward. It keeps the sun out of your eyes. They're pretty easy to get. I got this one for like $5. It's just a cheap green ball cap. It doesn't have mesh or anything, so it's not very breathable, but you know, it works. And I'm just wearing my, I'm just wearing all basically greenish with my Chi-Com just to kind of show you how it looks. It doesn't look bad. It looks pretty good. I mean, it works. It works with the militia kit, to be honest. So that's the first hat. Next, we're going to be looking at the plain boonie hat that I have. Alright, this is, I think it's a Tilly hat, but it's basically just a plain greenish, grayish boonie. Now, I love the boonies. I think the boonie hats are great, and I think they fit very, very well with the militia kit. And not to mention, they're just a great all-around hat. Now, this one, as you can see, it's not camouflage, but it does its job. Keeps the sun out of your eyes, and it looks pretty good, I think. So, that's pretty good. Next, I'm going to do a beanie. So here we go. Now, the beanie is pretty great. Only thing is, it gets really hot, especially this one. This is the knitted beanie. This one is actually my balaclava, but you can fold it up to be the beanie, which works pretty well. And I mean, it works well. Not hard to get, especially. I got this one for like 50 cents at a surplus store, so that's a plus. Very cheap. Very cheap hat to get. Works pretty well. Now, those are the three non-camo hats I have. I'm going to move on to the camo hats next. And also, when I'm done going through all of these hats, I'm going to do a little bit of a demonstration and show you how well they do at concealing the top of your head. So, yeah. So let's move on to the first camo hat. Starting off with this camouflage hat, it's just an ERDL camo cap. I have like 4 of these. My great-grandfather was in the Marine Corps, and he had a lot of camo hats. And this is, to be honest, a pretty good hat. I would prefer this over the ball cap for sure, I think. I think it looks good, especially if you're just wearing all green and you're not wearing any other camos. Just the good old ERDL camo hat looks good. And I think it makes a lot of sense to have in your militia kit. I think it works well. Let's move to the next one. Camouflage just brings it to a whole nother level. Boonies are very effective. They're easy to put more camouflage in, as in leaves and dead hay and such, and other things like that to make it even more camouflage, which works very, very well. I think the camo boonie, any camouflage boonie, then again, like the hats I'm showing, I don't have all the types of camouflage, nowhere near. If you like any of these types of hats, I'm sure you can find them in camouflage for a pretty good deal. Now, this boonie is great. I think a boonie in most any camouflage, especially if it's like a more woodland camouflage pattern, it will look great. This is a great hat. These are very cheap. You can get them for like $14 on Amazon. They work very well. The next two I have are a little bit more silly, so let's move on to those next. This one is a World War II late war German cap. I think this one's like from 1943. It's a reproduction. I don't exactly know. I don't remember the name of the camouflage pattern. I'm not the biggest on World War II Germans. Surprising. But I kind of like it. It's a fun old school hat. It would not hurt to have a few dudes running around in cool old camouflage. I think it works pretty well. And it's actually a pretty effective camouflage pattern, as we'll see later. Yeah, so this one's pretty cool. Voice crack. Yeah, so let's move on to the next one. Now, this last one is a Flecktarn cap. I'm not sure exactly the name of it. It's kind of funny. It has the it has the flaps that go down, which, to be honest, I kind of like. I think for a colder weather hat, this works pretty well. I think hats of this style have a pretty good precedent to be in your militia kit. I think this thing looks funny, and it'd probably be kind of fun to have. I personally don't wear it that much because I just don't like flecked harness as much. It's a camouflage pattern. I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't like it as much. But I think it's a great hat. I mean, it's pretty fun. Well, anyway, that's it for me wearing the hats and showing you. Now I'm going to show you the hats and their effectiveness in actual camouflage, starting with the non-camo hats and moving up. So yeah, here we go. As you can see, they are all pretty effective. Any of them would make a great choice for your militia or freedom fighter loadout. They all performed pretty well. None of them were really easier to pick out than the others. A few of the plain ones, like the plain boonie and the plain baseball cap, were a little bit easier, but not enough to where it'd be too big of a difference. That's about it. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time.